What's up, guys? I'm here in Sun Valley, California at Industrial Metal Supply Company. Now, if you watch Build and Battle, Garage Staff Inspection, you'll notice we use a lot of metal, a lot of aluminum to build all kinds of stuff. Because of this, we partnered up with IMS and they invited us here to their facility today. I'm one of the only guys in the shop that knows how to run the plasma cutter, so I got sent up here. I'm looking forward to getting inside and learning something new. So. Damon.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, welcome to Industrial Metal Supply.
Thanks for having me.
What are you up to today?
Well, apparently I'm here to ask some questions for you. You guys got a little retail shop here.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I kind of want to start over here.
This is all our diamond plate over here.
Yeah.
So what we do here is we have them pre-cut to size. So they come in a 4-foot by 16-foot sheet. We have them in 1x4s, 2x4s, 4x4s. So you don't have to wait for us to cut a piece. You can come grab it, get it off the shelf, and go do your project.
I mean, it looks like you guys got just a retail shop. Anyone can come in and just...
Anyone can come in. We call them the weekend warriors. The guy doing a project in his garage, working on his hot rod. The reason we have the pre-cuts out here is because people, they don't want to waste time in here waiting for us to cut it or whatnot. So you can come grab it, pick up your small piece, get back to your shop, get back to your project, and get to work so you don't have to wait for us to cut it.
And in the back, you guys have some larger machinery.
We've got the plasma cutter here. We have the tube laser here. We've got shears, band saws, plate saws, bar saws. We have a Suni saw, cuts up to 7-inch round stainless. So we have a lot of equipment in the back. Yeah, you could come on in here, walk up to the counter, order something cut to size, give our guys about an hour to process it, depending on the workload. Maybe if it's a lot of cutting, we might have you come back in a couple hours, or if you need it delivered, we also offer free delivery. We've got targets for people who like to shoot guns or whatnot. So we have, these are all AR 400, so they're abrasive resistant, so it's not going to pierce the metal, it's going to bounce off of it. On the other side, you'll see we have all the casters. So if you're making yourself a big steel table and you want it to roll it around or whatever, we have all the casters for your tables or carts or whatever you need to make.
Or if you cut a car in half and want to make a caster car,
you could totally cut a car in half and add casters to it. That would work out great. So basically, we call ourselves a one-stop metal shop. So if you're some guy that's never welded before, you could come in here, buy your tubing, buy your sheet, have your design, draw it out. We can cut it to size for you. You can buy your grinding wheels, your cut-off saws, and you can even buy, we have welders right here. So you could basically buy your welder, your plasma cutter, everything you need we sell here for you to go home that day and work on your project. Let's go around the corner over here. I know you guys are probably interested in, we have our tab zone. So we've got all of the race car tabs. They're all laser cut out. The edges are nice and smooth. So after you weld it on, when you go to powder coat it, the edges aren't going to chip on it, so it's really durable after you powder coat it and whatnot. We have other welding tabs, and we also sell some Heim joints and the bungs. We're holding that all up for making whatever control arms or steering units. We sell the DOM and chromoly tubing here, so if you want to do a kit on your off-road truck, you can do that as well. So this is the patina product line right here, this case right here. Basically anything that's metal, you can add a coating to it, make it look like copper, brass, change it to whatever color you want it to look like. We do have some of the silhouettes up on the wall too. We also can cut those here as well. We carry a lot of the E-tracking. Buy the E-track, mount it to the trailer, and we have all these snap-on fittings. They pretty much snap into the truck, so you can roll your car up there. You don't have to get it right perfect in place.
Do you guys get a lot of people who come in here and they build their own trailers?
Yes, definitely. But we have samples of everything that we carry in the back. So if you're not sure what you want to do, for instance, we have all that. That's all the angle that we carry. I-beams. We have all the square tubing here. This is a telescoping tubing. You ever run over a street sign before?
Is that a trick question?
And anyways, you'll notice on the street signs, you'll see this part cemented in there. Then there'll be a post in there, so as they get knocked off, you can bolt a new one on.
Nice.
So we're gonna go out, we've already seen everything in the retail store. Now we're gonna go out to the warehouse where we carry all the full tubes, full plates.
Now these guys are working back here, so it might be loud. We apologize.
It does get a little loud out here. This is the bandsaw section out here, so we have dual band saws, Heidnick band saws. The biggest saw we have is up to an H22 it's called, so it'll cut a 22-inch round diameter solid bar if needed.
Whoa, that bandsaw is enormous.
All of these saws, you can cut one piece or you can program to run on auto cycle. So they'll start cycling through pieces and just cutting what you need. But all of these racks back here is where we carry all of the full length tubes, all the aluminum, angle, tubing.
These bandsaws are huge.
Yeah, they're cutting full bundles of camel right now.
They'll just cut them all at once?
You can cut them all at once, do bundle cutting, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes they'll nest the job, and you might want to cut 2 at once because you're cutting them all to 8-footers, and then cut another couple that you're cutting to 7-footers. So we do nesting programs to get the best deal to make sure we get the most out of the inventory. I told you about that Sunni saw earlier before we walk over there. This is the Sunni saw, so this will cut a 7-inch round stainless steel. It's got a carbide tip blade on it. The curve is 1/8 of an inch, and that'll cut through stainless and cold roll steel like butter. It's a really nice saw. They don't have nothing cutting in it right now, but it'll load up. You can actually see the blade. Check the blade out right there.
Oh, wow.
That's the blade up inside of there, and yeah, it just tears through stainless and steel. We have 2 shears over here. One of them is set up for cutting thinner material, and one of them set up for cutting a thicker material. So you're going to gap the blades to be a little bit closer together on the thinner material. You'll leave the blades a little further apart for doing the thicker material, so it helps you get better blade life out of it.
That's cool.
Basically, I would use this forklift right here. I would get the skid of material, and I'd probably bring it up to about right here. I would slide the sheet off into the machine. Sorry about that. And the control panel. I don't know if they got this on. Basically, you're going to put the gauge position, put 12 inches, hit enter, start calibration. The back gauge is going to go up to 12 inches, and it'll cut it to size for you, so you don't have to back measure or anything.
What's up, Rick?
Rick Burkhart. He's our metal services expert. He's in charge of the plasma table and the tube laser.
This thing is enormous.
Yeah, it is, huh?
That is insane.
10 foot by 20 foot. 400 amp high def plasma.
High def.
Yep, does a great job for us. Once we get the skids back up in there, we'll give it a whirl and let you guys see what it does.
What's the thickest you guys cut on this?
We cut up to 2 inch on it. The machine is rated at 2.5.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of a cut condition you're looking for, you can actually push it up to 3 inch, and you really start to lose quality of cut at that point.
What's the thinnest?
The thinnest I would recommend cutting on it probably would be 10 gauge.
10 gauge?
Yeah, because the amperage does come through with quite a bit of power. You'll tend to get a lot of vibration on anything thinner than that.
So you have a big range you can do on this bad boy.
Yeah, but what we do is essentially we start at about 3/8 to 1/2 of an inch, and we work our way up to about 2.5 inch. Anything under 3/8 of an inch down to 24 gauge, 28 gauge, we cut back on the fiber laser or any of the other.
Oh, I see.
All right, so this is our tube laser over here. We're running the job, looks like some 4x4 square tube, cutting some chucks on it, putting some holes and notches in it. The machine's grabbing the tube, spinning the tube while the head's moving around, and it's a 6-axis cutter, so it can cut at 6 points, obviously.
Hey, what's up, dude? This is the job I want. Are you guys hiring or?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Got a lot of buttons and whistles.
It's a DJ.
This is some aluminum tube that they did earlier. You can see the holes and notches that they cut off of it. It does pretty detailed work.
Wow.
Check it out.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go.
We're just gonna cut that off so it has a nice fresh surface to cut on. With the end cut,
That's super cool.
and then I'll start it part.
Oh, so it cuts the end off, so it has a fresh start, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's incredible. So if I wanted to own one of these machines and put it in my apartment, how much would it run for?
First off, you're gonna have to get a really big apartment, so that's gonna be expensive. But this tube laser, I think, I'm not sure on the price, but I think it'd set you back at least, God, probably, I don't even know the price, but I think it's about 500 grand.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it.
Something like that.
This thing is insane. Wow. This is one of the coolest machines I've ever seen. Plasma cutter time?
Let's go check out the plasma cutter and see how Rick's doing.
Let's do it. What do you think, Kent?
Sick.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm gonna take that guy's job.
Here comes the plate that they're gonna cut on the table. So that looks like what do we got? A 1/2 inch thick plate, 6 foot by 20 foot. And they're getting ready to throw that bad boy up on the plasma table and cut some widgets out of it.
I bet that plate is not light.
No, you don't want that falling on you.
No, you don't. Right now, he's programming this bad boy?
Yep.
Man, this guy's a jack of all trades. He's an MVP right here. Yeah. Is it your first step to home it like you did the last one?
Yeah. You gotta home it so the machine knows exactly where the condition is.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do right now.
Are you using 130?
130 amp. Bring it over here and just.
So it's firing right now?
Yeah, it does it by itself. It knows that the machine needs to go through to find the edge of the plate, and then the parameters that are set right here, I can tell to go anywhere that's already programmed.
Oh, that's wild. Is this plasma table, does it excrete water, or what's going on there?
Well, it's got a coolant inside of the torch head.
Yeah.
So the torch head is cooled by the liquid that you'll see inside of there. It kind of runs it through a chiller and comes back through and cools down the apparatus because there's a lot of heat that you're going to see coming up through here.
How often do you guys have to switch out the inside pieces? They're called consumables, correct?
Yes. The consumables are switched out not only as they're being worn, but depending on the thickness of the material. Let's say 1 inch thick consumables are going to be a different size consumable than, let's say, 1/2 inch thick consumables.
Yeah.
So we'll be replacing them probably on the 1 inch thick every 60, 70 cuts, depending on what they're doing. And on the 1/2 inch, it tends to get a little more cuts on it because there's not as much direct heat.
Is this, if you're gonna power this thing up,
Right.
is it just running off 220 or how's this thing powered?
No, this thing's running off 480. It's got some big transformers in the backpack there. You can see the wall unit that we had to bring in. We've got also our power unit over on the wall there, but it's definitely pushing 480.
I see you guys are running a Hypertherm. We have a Hypertherm 65 at our shop.
Right.
How big is that thing?
It's a Hypertherm 400.
Hypertherm 400.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, Kyle wants to put a tube laser in his 2nd story apartment, and he was asking me how much that would set him back. So I told him he'd need to get a bigger apartment upstairs, but what does one of those set you back, the tube laser
A
itself?
tube laser like that one right there is probably about 1.2 million.
1.2 mil.
Way off.
1.2
Way
mil.
off.
All right, I'll be cutting out tubes in Venice Beach. That'll be my that'll be my new niche. You guys got any just laying around? You can hook it up or
No,
what?
you know, we've got a water jet right out back
Okay.
we are selling now.
All right. Hey. We'll talk business. We'll talk business.
That'll help you generate the revenue to pay for the tube laser.
See, I like where your head's at, man.
That's right. That plasma will be running for a few hours, depending on what they've got over there. Sometimes we'll stick a plate up there, push the button, and it runs 4, 5, 6 hours, come back and unload it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So what's the difference on this machine versus the other machine, Rick?
This one's an actual laser itself. That one is actually using plasma, where this one's actually creating a laser inside of the unit and using the laser to cut the material. So if we take a look over here, the controls, you're going to see the beam is a lot smaller. Everything is more precise. There's a lot more accuracy in the material and the cutting.
The machine's the same hand.
It's not that hot.
It's hot, yeah. center right now. This is the first that I ran all day, so.
Looks good. That's cool.
Nice. I can't believe that's not that hot to hold on to.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty fun.
He's got gloves on, you just can't see him.
Awesome. So there's the flatbed laser. You guys saw the plasma. That's all we got today, folks.
A huge shout out to these ladies for inviting us.
Let's give a shout out to Megan for bringing me up to
This is your shout out right here.
We got Rachel. She's the one that
The heart
got
and
this all
soul of
together.
IMS. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us and answering all our questions.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in. Listen.
We're not
What?
Show him.
Oh, my Slayer tattoo? That's why
There
I have to
it
do a
is.
metal.
you have to get one of those.
Then you gotta get one of these.
What is this?